Okay, that fixed it. The microphone was turned off. Now we have sound. We are in the house. So okay, that fixed it. Excellent. Okay, we got to fix the problems and then we are good. My name is Lynn David Lipsy and I'm your full spectrum Gnostic. And we have a very exciting podcast today. And we are going over the gemstones. And we're going to go over as many gemstones as we can as quickly as possible. So we are going to get started. What this is about is a overview of how a lot of the basic gemstones work and how you work with them. This is talking about the power of gemstones. So, first thing, gemstones are something that is made by God. They're found all over the world today. And today we are different from what people was doing in the past because we're able to go around the world and gather all the different stones. Normally in the past, people had to work with the gemstones only from one particular area. But today we are able to go around the world and get them. And this is very exciting. So let's go ahead and get started. The first stone we're going to go ahead, let me skip this up slowly, is quartz crystal. We always start with quartz crystal because quartz crystal is white light. And quartz crystal contains all the different colors. Now, if we was born the way we're supposed to be born, where we was born perfectly instead of imperfectly, our chakras would be balanced. But since we're born imperfectly and our chakras are out of balance, this is the reason why we're lacking in some areas. In some areas, we have too much of something. So clear crystal is to bring out all of your qualities, help to direct energy in a single path. Then we have quartz clusters, which is help to harmonize all of our energies, and those are cats out of control. Harmonize all of our energies and help to bring inner peace and that alignment, especially with groups or people. But you should always start with quartz crystal. That is where you always start. Okay. And coarse crystal is a wonderful stone. Now, we are not going to go into all the variations of quartz in this presentation because we could spend an hour just talking about coarse crystal. But we're going to go over gemstones. We'll go over all the variations of crystal another time. Right-handed, left-handed recorded crystal, all of that we will do at another time. So now that we're doing the quartz, we're going to the next thing, which is another type of quartz most people don't know about. Is Herkimer diamonds. Herkimer diamonds is a great stone to work with because Herkimer's is a way to amplify the power of crystals. So if you're working with something or a variety of stones, and if you want to amplify the power of the stones, you can always put a Herkimer crystal along with your stones, and that will help to amplify the power. And Herkimer's is one of my believer stones. For people that don't believe stones have power, you can take a Herkimer diamond, they're very tiny, small, and put it between two of your fingers. If it is a good Herkimer diamond, you can feel your pulse between your fingers. Now we have rose quartz. Rose quartz is one of the most popular stones. It is for love, to help you to express and to receive more love. And rose quartz is a wonderful stone to be around. And rose quartz to help you to be more loving. And this is the old saying when people say rose quartz don't work because you can only receive what you're willing to give. So it has to be that two-way street. And rose quartz is about giving and receiving love, to be more nice, being kind. And rose quartz have wonderful energy. It's a wonderful stone to work with. Okay, let's go to the next stone. Now, sometimes you need something, here I normally stress the beginner stones. Sometimes people want more than just the beginner stones. So you can go more. I'm going to here show you the strongest of all the love stones, which is this one. This is pink tourmaline. It's the strongest of all the love stones. And pink tourmaline is to draw people to you or draw love to you. Pink tourmaline is very great, but it has the more powerful something have, the more downside is that double-edged sword. The good and the bad is together. Because as again, this is for drawing love. So if you want to draw a person to you or whatever, which is not always good because sometimes you're getting what you don't really need. Okay, you got to balance things out. Now let's go to our prosperity stones. We have the most popular one, which is green quartz or the adventuring. Very popular. This is out of India. This is for prosperity. Okay. And what we consider in the rest prosperity, which is not what they consider on the other side of the world, we consider prosperity to be money. Okay. So a lot of people like to work with aventurine because they want to be a little bit more prosperous when it comes to money. But on the other side of the world, they use a stone instead of aventurine. They like to go with the jade, which is coming up next. Where's my jade rock? Hello, should be right there. Those are jade stones. And jade come in a lot of different varieties, but jade is for the oriental meaning of prosperity, which is longevity prosperity. They're not more into money. They want to be prosperous by having a lot of things, a lot of kids, a lot of possessions. That is their definition of prosperity. And that is what jade is about, to live long and prosper. Now, after we go to jade, we go to another stone, which is pyrite. And pyrite should be coming up. Where's my pyrite at? Ooh, I'm going the wrong direction. Pyrite is right there. Now, pyrite a lot of people use too because it's the color of gold. And if you're a gambler or whatever, people like having pyrite. Pyrite is not only for, it's for money, prosperity, but it's for other things too. But pyrite is very popular. Those are your three main money stones. Then the next thing that people want a lot of is protection, direction in life. Amethyst is one of the main stones. It is for protection, direction in life, purpose in life. A lot of people lose their direction. As we talked about before, kids know what they're supposed to be doing in this world. A lot of us get dazed and confused. And when you're dazed and confused, amethyst is a great stone. Amethyst is also great for alcoholism and all kind of weird stuff that get you off your track. When you're dazed or you're kind of don't know what to do in life, amethyst is a great stone to use to get you back in contact with your higher self, spiritual self. And you can use amethyst in the raw form like this, or you can use amethyst, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, and like a tumble form. Okay, it doesn't really make any difference. See, since we got a minute or two, people say, do the power of stones really work? Are they just like a sugar pill or whatever? Do you have to believe or whatever? It's just, these are things that are meant to help you. Since we was talking direction in life, now we're going to lapis. Lapis is about spiritual development, helping you to develop spiritually. Because a lot of us, since we live in on this material world and we're stuck on this material plane, a lot of people forget about that there's more to life than just collecting toys and collecting money and collecting kids and collecting everything else. You're supposed to have a spiritual side to yourself. Okay. And lapis is a great stone for helping you to do that. And lapis is a wonderful stone. It has very little downside and it goes back very good. What's next after lapis? Then we get into fluorite. Fluorite comes in lots of different colors. This is rainbow fluorite. Fluorite is a great stone to help you with your intuition, help you to work more with your intuitive self. Fluorite can also be used for dream work. Fluorite is an intermediate stone. It do have a bad side. If you suffer from nightmares or things like that or bad dreams, you should not sleep with fluorite. It can amplify the power of dreams, make them more vivid. And if you suffer from nightmares and things, it will make your nightmares very vivid. Okay. Going spiritually, we have Sejulite. Okay. Sejulite is for spiritual love. Okay. And why you want spiritual love? Sometimes, if you want to know more about, you know, we see God didn't turn our back on us, we turned our back on Him. And sometimes we need that appreciation that we have of the other side because we was once part of them. And a lot of people, slowly have, because religion, God, they're into spirituality. So that helps you to heal some of the hard feelings you have, because things didn't go right. And some of us think that God is Santa Claus and He's supposed to give us everything we want. That's not what it's all about. Okay. And Sejulite is a great stone. Sejulite also have a bad side too, unfortunately. Some people get so much into spiritual love and loving that side of their spiritual self, they start lacking or lose their appreciation for being here. You don't want to do that. Okay. Here's one of my favorite stones that most people don't work with that often. This is blue tourmaline, which is, tourmalines are the strongest of all the stones. Blue tourmaline, very expensive, very hard to find. But blue tourmaline is a great stone, especially if you're into meditation and you want to reestablish that connection with them upstairs and you want to, establish that personal link between you and your spirit guide or your guardian angel or whatever. It's a great stone to use. Okay. But as I said, it is more advanced, okay, than just your regular spiritual stone. Okay. We're still moving very rapidly. We got a lot of stones to do. Let's see what's next on the list. We got Labradorite. Now, Labradorite is for psychic development. You can meditate with Labradorite. Oh, we went all the way. We're not there yet. Let's go back to Labradorite. We're moving too fast. Okay. With Labradorite, because I want to spend a minute talking about Labradorite. Labradorite is a great stone. You can meditate into the stone or just rub it and things. Labradorite has a great feel. But Labradorite is to help you because we all have a spiritual nature. We all have this is about we all have our extrasensory perceptions. Some people are born with theirs dormant, some people are born with theirs turned on, but we all have them. We have Azurite, Malachite Azurite. This is an advanced stone. Okay. Malachite Azurite is for out of body experiences. You can do astral travel. You before you buy this stone, you should have a reason for buying it. Okay. This is not just a stone you just throw in with your other rock. Okay. And this one's going to cost you a pretty penny. Okay. So if you're going to buy a rock for $30, $40, you should know why you're spending giant amounts of money for a rock. And if you have a reason why you need to be astral projecting or doing like that, or if you're going through a period that's very down and depressing in your life where you need to see things from the other side, this is a great stone. Okay, because sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, and this give us with Malachite Azurite a chance to see ourselves, how we are perceived by others. Okay. Keep going that direction. This is tactite. This is not a turd. This is tactite. Tactite is a type of glaseous meteorite, a giant glaseous meteorite hit in Thailand, that area tens of thousands of years ago. It is a great stone for establishing that communication between you and your guardian angel, you and your spirit guide. If you're asking for assistance upstairs, it has great energy. The side effect will kind of make you a little bit woozy and dizzy. I wouldn't be driving around with tactite on me. It does have that effect. But this stone works a lot better than its cousin, which is a lot more known. Most people want to skip the tactite and go straight to the next stone, which is Moldavite. Moldavite got problems. Moldavite is if you're ready to make contact. You start working with Moldavite, you got voices in your head. Okay. And with Moldavite, who are you talking to? The good, the bad, the ugly. That's the reason why you want to go slow. A lot of people like to go from having no communication to full blown communication. Moldavite is kind of advanced. Moldavite, you can't throw it with your other stones. You need to, it's more of advanced stone. It's something that you need to work with. And you need to know who you're talking to. It's like a chat line. You need to know who you're talking to on the other side because with Moldavite, some you do have voices in your head. Okay. I also wouldn't recommend, sleeping with Moldavite. You have crazy dreams with Moldavite. Let's talk about getting the health stones. You got Malachite. Malachite is one of the major healing stones for full body healing. Malachite is a great rock to work with, great energy. One side effect, malachite is poisonous for people that like to make elixirs and sitting there rocks and stones and drinking it. Several of the stones you can do that. Malachite is poisonous. Do not make elixirs with malachite, okay? But malachite is a great stone for healing, general body healing, and it's one of the main healing stones. Okay, we're going faster. What's the next rock? We are zooming along. Boy, we're going so fast. Okay. After malachite, we have bloodstone. Bloodstone is another great rock to work through. Bloodstone is for blood disorders, but there's two bloodstones. The biblical bloodstone, this is the modern bloodstone. And bloodstone, most people think bloodstone is a red rock. Bloodstone is a green rock with red spots. Okay. And bloodstone is a great one if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever, things like that. And it's a great rock to work with. We're going to take a little breather for a second. I've been going a million miles a second. You know, have I skipped anything? Let me see if there's any questions. Did I lose anyone along the path? Is there anybody that have any questions on anything I went over so far? Uh, okay, and we fixed all of our problems. And a stone for help with anxiety and depression. We're going to get to that. Everybody's doing good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure since I'm going so fast that I didn't run everything over. And let me tell you, you do not have to. We're going to take a breather before we restart the tape again because we still got a lot more rocks to go through. You do not have to carry all the rocks at one time. For one, if you cross water, you're going to sink. You don't want to have 40 rocks in your pocket. What I like to do, if you have an assortment of rocks, you can just, or stones, you can just look at them and let your intuition flow. And today you're going to take this one, and that one. And tomorrow you're going to take this one and this one and this one. And some days you're just taking the crystal. Some days you're taking a whole handful. This way you will always have the stones you need at the time you need them. Don't say, I have to carry this one every day. I got to do this every day. No, you let it flow. Go by how you feel. This way you will have the rock that you need. Okay. Let's keep going. We are starting the tape again. Hopefully, I'm not running anybody over. Okay. Okay, let's see what is the next rock after bloodstone. When we have bloodstone, then we're into the most powerful of all the healing stones, green tourmaline. Now, green tourmaline is when you're doing super bad after surgery, things like that. You need major repair work done. Green tourmaline is for hardcore healing. We have this one. A lot of people don't know about this. This is green calcite. Green calcite is a great stone. When you just don't feel good, you just rub on a piece of green calcite. It's got a little waxy feel, and it just makes you feel better. Okay. it's for those little days you just wake up and you just can't figure out, and you just rub on your green calcite. It just helps you to get things back on track. Okay. But green calcite has a wonderful feel to it. Wonderful feel. Yes. What's next after green calcite? We have lepidolite. Lepidolite is not that known, but lepidolite is one of the few stones that can take pain away. I recommend lepidolite and mica, which is shown here. And with this one, if you're hurting, before you take those tremadols and all those other pills and all that codeine and everything like that, try this one. You rub on a piece of lepidolite, and you get those little flakes on your hand, and it just really takes the pain away. Okay. It's a great rub. Okay. And a lot of these rocks I'm showing are very inexpensive. You can find them. And I don't have time to go over the full page of explanation. I'm just going as trying to cover as many stones as I can. We got Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is a great stone for healing of the heart. People with heart problems and things like that, or just it's great for the heart. Okay, Rhodochrosite is not very cheap, unfortunately. To get a decent, this is what decent Rhodochrosite is supposed to look like. Look like. It's a lot of times on the market you see rocks. They have very low grade rhodochrosite. If you want healing of the heart, you gotta have the good stuff. You gotta have it looking like this. And this is for heart problems, things like that, and it will assist you. Rhodochrosite, not cheap though, unfortunately. Let's go to the next stone we have. Oh, we're going into the negativity rocks. Okay. Now, the negativity rocks, there is a lot of negativity rocks. This is the main one, which is your black onyx to help you deal with negativity. Okay. And what is negativity? Unfortunately, life is just full of BS. And you can. There's a lot of things you can do with these negativity stones. You can deal with it. You can absorb it, but you have to find the one that is right for you. But if you need to deal with negativity, black onyx rock is a good stone to carry to make you feel good. Okay, and it's very, very common and very popular. Then we have lava rocks. This is black lava. Lava, if you don't want to deal with the negativity, you can just absorb the negativity. And black lava will absorb negativity so you don't absorb it. This is for those people that work in those super negative environments. And you just need to put a big piece of lava rock on your desk and let it absorb it. Now, everything that absorbs, you're going to have to empty it out. So with this, once a week or whatever, you can put it under the moonlight or put it in the sunlight. If you're a moon or a sun person, if you're a sun person, because you're asleep during the full moon. If you're up at night when it's a full moon, then that's going to make you a moon person. You're going to put your rocks under the full moon. If you're a sun person, you're going to put them out in the morning and let the sun shine on them to clean them. But lava is a great rock for absorbing negativity to keep it away from you, which is wonderful. Okay. Let's see what's next on the list. We have black obsidian. Black obsidian is you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to absorb it. You can reflect it. Black obsidian is to repel negativity. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to absorb it. You just want to bounce it off. This is what black obsidian is good for. And black obsidian is great for people that do like any type of Reiki, or if you're doing massage work, you should have a big piece of black obsidian under your table because you don't want to be absorbing your patient's negativity. You want to reflect it or to absorb it. So you need a big piece of lava or a big piece of black obsidian under your thing. Black obsidian is a great stone to use. Okay, it's wonderful. Okay. And there's a problem with black obsidian though. Black obsidian is a garbage can. It must be emptied. If you do not empty black obsidian, if it fills up, it will start radiating negativity. A black obsidian, unfortunately, can become a black mirror. And if you start feeling that negativeness coming from it, that means you did not clean it. Okay. Okay. Black obsidian must be cleaned on a regular basis. That is one of the downside of black obsidian. Let's move forward to the next stone we have. We now going into black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is one of the few stones that can actually block a hex or a spell. If someone's trying to do something bad to you and you need to block the negativity, you need a blocking stone, which is black tourmaline. And black tourmaline, if you put it with coarse crystal, oh my gosh, it's hard to go against that. If you got somebody that's trying to do, spell work against you, you need to be carrying your black obsidian. And plus, you can always put a big piece of black obsidian in your house. Sit it by your entry, and it keeps the bad people they feel that. And, it's a great rock to have in your house. Also, since we mentioned that, coarse crystal is a great rock to have around your house, too, to raise your light level, the light of your house. This is smoky quartz. Another negativity stone. Smoky quartz is a rock which is to help you deal with depression, fears, phobias, things like that. It is a great rock to carry for that reason. Okay, if you suffer from that, not snowflake obsidian. This is smoky quartz. It will help you to deal with that. Okay, fears. Now, a cousin of smoky quartz can get kind of expensive. And with smoky quartz, you got to be careful. You cannot use irradiated quartz where they're taking coarse crystal and putting it in a microwave. That is a penalty flag on the play. Natural smoky quartz is smoky. Do not use what is called black quartz. Black quartz is irradiated quartz, and people say they can feel the energy. You're just feeling the radiation. You're not feeling no energy. Okay, I hate to say that. Let's go to the next rock. Oh, there it is. There, Apache Tears. Apache Tears is another stone that can be used for fears or phobias too. Apache Tears too is a great rock for grief and sorrow. If you're going through that, to help you to get through that, Apache Tears is wonderful. Okay, and you can always get them. And if you notice, if you're going through a lot of heavy, like especially if you're in mourning or whatever, and you get you some Apache Tears, you will see that they will clear. When you get them, they're almost very dark. And if you're going through a lot, they will almost become very, very light because basically you're draining it. And since we're on that while we're waiting for the next slide, you do need to clean your stones. Which I mentioned earlier. If you drain a stone too much, it will start to crack and color. And once the stones start cracking and turning colors and everything, the stone is useless. You need to discard it and to get another stone. Okay. We have Untitled. Untitled is to forgive, to forget, to let go. A lot of people are not into letting go. We don't like to let go. We like to hold on. Okay. We can't hold on to everything. We need to let some things go. And Untitled is a great stone for healing those emotions, turning to let it go, turning the page. It's great. Yes. Very inexpensive. Untitled. Let's go to the next one, which is, what's the next rock? Oh, Snowflake Obsidian. Snowflake Obsidian is a great stone if you have the problem of envidias, envy, jealousy. People are always talking behind your back, this and whatever. You can let people talk all you want. Who cares? You only need this rock if that is affecting you. Okay. If people talking smack about you is affecting you and is bothering you, that's when you need to carry snowflake obsidian. If you can't find snowflake obsidian, you can also use the other stone, which have the same meaning, the snowflake obsidian, which is Dalmatian Jasper. Okay. This is Peridot. Not easy to find, not that inexpensive, but Peridot are for the opposite. If you're the one who is super jealous and super this and super everything, and you're the one who's starting all the drama, this is the stone for you. You need Peridot so you can chill out. Okay. And Peridot will help to get all of that out of you. And Peridot is hard to find a big piece. So a lot of times with Peridot, you'd have to buy it, and the pieces are very small. They can make it into a necklace or whatever like that. It's hard to get a Peridot. And you have to use real stones. Not a jewelry in Peridot is going to be synthetic. Doesn't work. We have to use the real stuff. Okay. You know. And people, while we're waiting for the next slide, people want to know about dyed stones. Dyed stones have the meaning of the rock before it was dyed. Okay. By dyeing a rock, it doesn't change the meaning of a stone. It has the exact same meaning. We have tiger eye. Tiger eye is a great stone. You can use it for grounding. You can use it for courage. People that play cards believe it brings them good luck. Tiger eye is just it's just used for a lot of different things, but it is one of your for first chakra stones. It is extremely popular. Tiger eye. Okay, and brown tiger eye is my favorite, but tiger eye also comes in red tiger eye and blue tiger eye, which have a slightly different meaning. But all the tiger eyes are basically for balancing and for courage. Great grounding stone. Let's see what's next. We are moving quickly forward. We are going into agates. There's over 1,000 different agates all around the world. This is Botswanan agate. You can go crazy lace agate, all these different agates. Agates all have the same thing. No matter if they're whatever color they are. They range in hundreds of colors. Agates are earthy. They're into dealing with stress. And if you have stress and you just need to reconnect, agates is a great stone to help you to do that. Agates are also a great grounding stone too. But agates are a good stone to help you deal with stress and to get rid of all of that. It's wonderful. Okay. And you just need to find you an agate that you are attracted to. So let's go to the next stone, which after agate, we have, we are moving forward. What are those? Those are citrine stones. Citrine is for happiness, cheerfulness, optimism. Some people use it for prosperity. Some people use citrine for a lot of different things. But citrine is a quartz, yellow quartz. It has a great feel to it. And citrine is a stone that a lot of people just keep around them a lot of time. And citrine has a wonderful feel. All the quartz stones, all the quartz, all the different colors are easy and great to work with. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have next rock out there. Hello. We have blue lace agate. Blue lace agate. Oh, wait a minute. I think I said this wrong. We're going to go back one. That was not citrine I'm watching here. This is rutilated quartz. Citrine is going to come up later on. Okay. This is rutilated quartz that have titanium needles in them. Rutilated quartz is to help to strengthen you, to make you a stronger individual. It have rutile. Okay. Little golden needles in the rock. Okay. It's not that popular, but it's a beautiful stone. And if you're having the problem of where you're too soft and you need to be a little bit harder where you can stand up and get through your day, rutilated quartz is a wonderful rock. So let's get back to where we was before. We was going to that blue lace agate. The price of blue lace agate. I don't know what happened to blue lace agate. It used to be very inexpensive. Now you can't even touch this rock anymore. Super expensive. Okay, but blue lace agate is for peace, calming. And if you touch a piece of blue lace, oh my gosh, it just feels good. Blue lace agate, as I said, it used to be pretty inexpensive. Then you got Larimar, which is one of your advanced stones again. Now, Larimar is looking in for spiritual peace because a lot of people are, especially when you have laws or things like that, and you just got that anger inside of you. You're kind of mad at those people upstairs for whatever reason, and you just need to come to an agreement with them. Maybe y'all have been trying to put the square peg in the round hole, and y'all are not seeing eye to eye. Loremark helped to smooth all of that out, and y'all can work things out. Okay. Life on Earth is not what it's meant to be, and sometimes feathers do get ruffled. You know what I'm saying? But Lorimar is a great stone. So everybody's doing good. We're not moving too fast. So we're going as fast as I can. My stones are still there. Okay, excellent. And as I said, and it doesn't really make much difference where you buy your stones. You can get them very inexpensively. You can buy very, cheap ones. You got to get things which are good for you. Now we're back to citrine. This is the citrine. The other one was roulette quartz. We already talked about uh, citrine already. But what is good about all the seven colors of quartz is quartz family of rock. There's rock families. You didn't know that. Is one of the best family of rock to do. And all the quartz family is just great, and you don't have to worry about side effects or whatever. When you get into advanced stones, you have to worry about which stones you are mixing together. As long as you're dealing with the quartz family and your basic stones, you don't have all these mixing problems and whatever. And quartz crystal and citrine and green quartz and yellow quartz and pink quartz, they're all great stones to work with. But again, for those who missed it, citrine is for happiness, cheerfulness, optimism. It's great. Let's go on to the next. Then from citrine, you have, orange calcite. If you're depressed and you need to feel better, get you a piece of orange calcite and you rub on it. Oh my gosh. Orange calcite can make you, for those sad rainy days we all have some time, it's a great stone to make you feel good. But on this stone, you rub on it, and it will help you a lot. So that is your orange calcite there. So, and it's a great stone, inexpensive when you can find it. Now we're to the grounding stones. We're going to stop for a minute again so I can check to make sure that everything is going well. Did anyone have any questions or anything about anything that I have went over? Uh, Let me check. Do anyone have anything? Remember, I do not have time to go through the entire list. There's a book where there's a page or two on every stone. I do not have time to do that here in this podcast. My thing I wanted to do here is just to do something to go over this real quick, to give you like a quick overview. And that's what I'm trying to do today. And let me see. Yeah, amethyst. A lot of people are saying that they love their amethyst and everything. Amethyst is just a great stone. Somebody is saying that their citrine turned white and it cracked. Citrine and amethyst do not like ultraviolet light. Do not sit those in your window. You can put clear quartz in your window, but basically rose quartz, uh, rose quartz, amethyst, and citrine don't like ultraviolet light. They will lighten. And citrine will, as they said, they will crack and they can even get black spots inside. So those rocks is a great place to leave in your room or whatever, but not direct sunlight. Most of the stones love direct sunlight. There are stones which are picky. Okay. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not told that. And they buy very expensive amethyst and they put it in their window and it will lighten, unfortunately. Yes. Let's see what else. I got all my stones in a jar. All my stones are jaspers. Jaspers and agates are all types of chalcedonies. Chalcedonies is one of the biggest rock families out there. It considered agates, jasper, opals. They're all types of chalcedonies. Chalcedonies stones are very earthy. That's what the earth is made of. Okay. I don't have red jasper here, but red jasper is an energy stone, and we'll cover that when we get to over there. What other question? Did anyone else have any questions real quick before we restart? We only have like 10, 15 minutes left. And the best way of cleaning rocks is to, if you don't want to put them out in the sun, you can spend a lot of money cleaning rock. A lot of people using aragonite and all kind of things like that. What I like to do, you can use mugwort, whatever. You can do sage, this or that. But you got the sun, you got the moon. Putting your stones in the morning sun is a great way to cleanse your stones if you are a sun person. How do you know if you're a sun person or not? Well, sun people rises with the sun and go down with the sun. If you're up all the time in the middle of the night and you're watching the full moon and noticing, so a lot of sun people don't even notice if there's a full moon or not because they're asleep. Moon people are up in the middle of the night all the time. Okay. If you're a moon person, you need to put your rock under the full moon, not in the sun. Okay. Let's restart. We did citrine, we was to hematite. Now, hematite is like an anchor. If you are one of these people that are flying everywhere, hematite will pull you down. Hematite is a great rock for kids. Help them to concentrate, to focus the mind. It's iron ore. I don't have in this podcast, this is, hematite can be magnetic or non-magnetic hematite. This is the meaning for non-magnetic hematite, which is, iron ore, which is hematite. Magnetic hematite or lodestone is for circulation and things like that. They look almost the same, but the one sticks together, the other one doesn't. It just depends that if there's a magnetic field or not. We're into the learning stones. This is sodalite. Sodalite is for communication, help you to express yourself, things like that. Sodalite is a great stone to use. It's not very popular. Sodalite, unfortunately, sometimes is sold for lapis, which is not. But sodalite is a great stone for learning. Lapis is for spiritual learning. Sodalite is for physical learning. There is a difference between the two. Okay. But sodalite, we're into the school stones. One is hematite. The second one is sodalite. And next, go to the next school stone, which would be, we got turquoise, which is for knowledge and wisdom. Now, if you're shaman, turquoise is also used to connect you with the mother, which is the earth. Okay. We have selenite. Selenite is for clear thinking. Is another one of your school stones. Okay. Mental, clear thinking is great. We all have that little fog in our head sometime, And clear thinking is what we all need if we're in school or not. Then we have another rock close to selenite, which is used to be inexpensive. Now you can't find it, and when you do, it's super expensive. We're talking about optical calcite. I don't know what happened to optical calcite. Okay. You can't find a decent price on optical calcite like you used to. But optical calcite is for we, mental clarity. Okay. And sometimes in life, this is a great stone for people that got Alzheimer's or you get dementia or whatever. It's a great stone for mental clarity. Okay, it's a great rock. Used to be very cheap, not anymore. You have rhodonite, which is for self-esteem, to believe in yourself. A lot of people use rhodonite for losing weight or doing anything to do with your ego. Rhodonite is a stone to help you to boost your ego. Okay, to believe in yourself. So rhodonite is a great rock, and you need to find a piece that is balanced with pink, a little bit of black. You don't want to get a lot of black and a little bit of pink. It needs to be balanced. Okay. And you just need to pick you out a good piece. Yes. But rhodonite is a great stone to work with for self-esteem. Yes. And with the next rock after that, we're going all the way to moonstone. Moonstone is extremely popular. Moonstone is all of your mother qualities: compassionate, caring, fertility for women, to round those sharp corners on men. Yes, men can carry moonstone, especially men who are very macho or help to round those corners off. Moonstone has great feminine energy. Okay. Now, not everybody, and in today's society, especially if you're a little bit on the, if you need to tone it down some. Okay. Moonstone is a great, and this is rainbow moonstone. This is a stone hardly nobody knows about. It's hard to find today. You used to be able to find the sunstone. Sunstone is all of your masculine qualities. Make you more aggressive, make you more this. That's the reason people don't use it that much. We have too much aggression in life. But sometimes for very timid people, if you're very timid and shy, sunstone is a great stone for you. Because you need those rounded corners to put a little sharp point on there. Okay. But for most of us, maybe we need to stay away from that sunstone. We have a lot of too much aggression out there. Maybe that's why the stone is not as popular as it was 10, 20 years ago. Okay. But for shy people or very timid people, sunstone is a great rock to have around. Okay. Let's see what's next. We're almost getting to the end. We have carnelian, which is for energy. It is for power. It is for determination. That's the reason people want everything in carnelian, because right now, people don't give up, if you know what I mean. They just want everything now. They don't want anybody in their way, and they want to have the... Okay. Carnelian is that way. I didn't put red jasper. Red jasper is for energy too, but it's not as aggressive as carnelian. Now, we did not have time to go over all the rock. We're finished with our presentation. I wanted to take some time at the end to go over some basic things about stones. Okay. Now, as I said at the beginning, we basically spent most of our time going over stones. We did not go over that much about the crystals. That's for another podcast where we're going to talk left-handed crystals, right-handed crystals, recorder crystals, all that other stuff. That's with crystals. Here we only went over the basics. But with rocks, with semi-precious stones, as I said, the difference between the stones today than of before we was limited to stones that you could find in America or whatever, or just in the most popular. Today, we have ships going all over the world. We have rock from all over the world. You can get your hand on it. Not all of it is priced reasonably, but you can get it. Okay. And this is the good thing about stones today. Now, should you go by the more it costs, the better it is? And if it's cheap, then it's no good? No. If you're looking for rose quartz, and if you see a rose quartz rock for $1 and that one over there is $10, God, I bet that $10 rose quartz is better. No, you're going to choose the one that feels good to you, that is calling to you. This is something you do with your, you got to use your intuition. You got to turn all that stuff off. It's not about the size. It's not about the shape. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's the one that is calling you. Some people like big rock. Some people like little tiny rocks. Some people like pointed rocks. Some people like rocks that look like hearts and everything. Whatever. And this talk is about the power of stones. Now, as I talked in the beginning, is this just a placebo? Do these rocks actually have power? This or that? It doesn't matter. Just like being in the hospital. And you say, I got a headache. And the nurse gives you something and you take it and she asks you, you feel better? Yeah, I feel better now. Maybe she gave you a Tylenol. Maybe she gave you a sugar pill. It doesn't make any difference. It's mind over matter. And maybe the stones have true meaning. Maybe they just work because of the color. Maybe because of this. There's so much in we don't understand. But this is not something that someone came up with a year ago or 5 years ago, or somebody was trying to make money. We don't know where the meaning of stones came from. We believe that this goes all the way back to India. Okay. And stones are based off of the chakra system, based off of the meaning comes from the color, the family of rock they're in, and the vibration that they give off. And we only went through the basic stones. There are thousands of stones. And somebody might say, Leon, I don't believe rock has meaning. This is a bunch of BS that rock can have meaning. How can rock has meaning? Just remember, a nuclear power plant has no moving parts. It's just, uranium. Okay. And old-fashioned TVs had a slice of quartz crystal in them. And watches did too. That's why it was called quartz movement. And lasers today have synthetic crystals in them. And old lasers had natural crystals. We still don't know what they was doing back in the good old days. But there are some rocks which are super rare and have super abilities and power. What you need to do is find what works for you and what feels good for you. And you need to, as I said, you don't need all the rocks. You just need the ones which are calling you. I hope this was, you enjoyed this. I tried to cover as many rocks as I can in the little time I had. And I tried to give you that, super short explanation. But you can go online and there's books that can give you. So don't say, Lynn, you just said that one sentence. There's 2 or 3 pages on each stone. I just wanted to introduce you because I've been working with stones for 30 years. I love rocks. I'm not really a crystal guy. I'm a rock man. Okay. And just because I like rock doesn't mean you have to rock. You can work with rocks, you can work with colors, you can work with crystals, you can work with oils, you can work with plants. You can work. It's all about vibration. It's all about getting in contact with what's inside of you. Whatever works with you is what you should be doing. I'm Lynn David Livesey, your full spectrum Gnostic. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And I'm here on the Spirit Realm on Sundays and Wednesdays. You can also find me on my Facebook page on Tuesday. You can find me on YouTube, and I'm everywhere. My books are on Amazon, and I'm also on Anchor. You could just type my name in. I'm like a bad code. I'm everywhere. Hope to see you again very soon. Watch the other shows on the Spirit Room Network. I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Bye.